Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here. Well, the globalists are in an all-out panic, and I'm going to prove it to you in this report, but they are running scared because they are seeing a rise in populism, a rise in nationalism, a rise in people not only here in America, but all across the country, loving the country that they live in and wanting to save it, wanting to get their freedoms back for the people, and taking tyranny and turning it on its head, and taking the New World Order junk crap that they're pushing down everybody's throat and saying, we don't want anything to do with that because we know where that ends. We know where that leads. That leads to a world dictator and our freedoms removed on a massive scale, and people are starting to wake up to that corruption. Well, I'm going to prove it to you in the next slew of reports that I want to show you because I think they're important. But I also want to give you a warning because of the fact that we're winning. At least I believe we are making headway. We're getting there. We're making big strides. That the New World Order globalists, they're going to fight back. You can betcha. That could be with something major because these sickos are that kind of person. I wouldn't put them past to do some kind of war or let off a nuclear bomb or a pandemic or let the economy go. Heck, these people know no bounds. So just a forewarning, when we start making headway, they're going to fight back. I don't know what form that could come in or when, but we need to have our heads up. But in the midst of it, we need to keep pushing forward and fighting against that corruption and standing against the ploys of the New World Order. Well, check out some of these reports. The first one's from www.infowars.com. This one's titled, Anti-Establishment Trump-like Billionaire Wins Czech Election, the Czech election. Everyone wants their own version of Trump. Well, this guy is a populist. Amen. Well, the report goes on to detail that an anti-establishment, anti-immigration, Eurosceptic billionaire won the Czech election on Saturday, with his party getting nearly 30% of the vote. Andrei, and I might butcher his name, Babis, is 63. He is the second richest man in the Czech Republic. After he surged in the polls, the establishment tried to take him down through politically motivated tax fraud investigations. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? They failed. Now he is set to become the next prime minister. Here's another from Infowars.com again, titled, Catalonia, Worldwide Movement to Decentralize Power. Countries around the world are rising against globalism. Now, you've heard a lot about what's going on in Catalonia, but they're standing up against and destabilizing power there. That's another move away from the New World Order. Well, check out this other report. This is from thehill.com. Austrian election proves right-wing populism is the new norm in Europe. Sweet, 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 sweet. Now that's not even getting into, we know Brexit happened earlier, right? The whole Brexit movement. Let's get out of the EU. What's going on with Brexit? The British exit, if you will. But not only that, but Iceland, Brazil, they've all got populist nationalism candidates rising to the forefront, gaining headway. We know elections are coming up for some of those countries, and they're climbing up the ladder. It's like more Trumps and Trump-style people are taking and making headway and saying, forget you, New World Order, we're rising to the forefront, and it's catching fire. It's not just Brexit, it's not just America, it's all across the globe, as you can see. And let's not forget some other things that are also happening. That's not all. There's many more. I could probably name multiple other countries, but for the sake of time, I also want to say this. Let's not forget what's happening here in America with the Clinton Foundation, Obama, all the new, and I did 2 reports on this just this past week, but the whole Russian collusion, Uranium One deal is finally coming to the surface. How the Clintons got money and all millions of dollars funneled through, and Obama, this all happened under the Obama administration, who him and Robert Mueller just looked the other direction, and nothing was done about it. Who is the real Russian spies? The Clintons, Obama, Loretta Lynch's, the Podestas, all involved in Uranium One deal, which has direct ties, directly linked to Russia, selling 20% of the uranium here. That's a problem. And these creeps, They're getting exposed. Bang, just another win under our belt. Here is another. This is from Breitbart.com. I wanted to show you this report also. But Weinstein Gate comes to Brussels, EU Parliament, an absolute hotbed of sexual harassment. That's another thing that's getting exposed. The Weinstein Gates, if you will, the pedophile rings, all the nasty stuff. Lots of pedo rings are being exposed in Hollywood. They're being exposed the Trump administration has been exposing this and jailing people more than any other administration in a very long time. And guess what? CNN, MSNBC, ABC, and the like are remaining quiet once again. Why? Because there might be people within those organizations involved themselves. So they keep quiet like everything else that they do. And people are tired of it. MSNBC, ABC, and all of you guys, that's why they're coming over to alternative media channels like mine, like InfoWars, like multiple other, like Next News Network. Many out there are exposing things that need to be exposed. And the globalists are running scared. And I say that is a victory for the American people, a victory for you. So let's keep fighting this information war. And on the latest front, I also did a report yesterday where Donald Trump is going to be releasing the JFK files. At least I hope that's what fully comes through on the 26th, 27th-ish when that gets released, and that it comes through fruition and it's not highly redacted and blacked out. We'll see. But I think it's in Donald Trump's card to play that and to reveal the assassination attempt of the President of the United States, JFK, when he was president, how he was assassinated. Why is that so beneficial for Donald Trump? Because I believe he's a target to get assassinated as well. If he releases this and we find out more information about how it's linked and how the CIA had their hand in the whole thing, which everybody knows that they did, well then, hey, when and if it ever did happen to Trump, we have some jumping ground. So Trump, bring it on. I say release it all. Anyhow, wanted to bring you the latest on all of that. Please, if you like what you heard, subscribe. Check out my backup channel, Lisa Haven Vlogs. I'll leave a link below. I'm also uploading videos there, and with censorship, hey, you need to have that. Also, if you want to donate via Patreon, I have a Patreon account, and you can do that as well with more censorship coming to the forefront. That's a huge thing too, but please subscribe to my backup channel. Check me out on Patreon. And anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.